Life cycles are a fascinating aspect of the natural world, showcasing the intricate processes of reproduction and development that all living organisms go through. From the tiniest microorganisms to the largest mammals, life cycles are essential for the continuation of species and the diversity of life on Earth. Understanding these cycles provides us with insights into the complexity and beauty of the natural world. There are two main types of reproduction in living organisms: asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction involves the creation of offspring from a single parent, resulting in genetically identical individuals. This process is common in many plants and simple organisms like bacteria and fungi. On the other hand, sexual reproduction involves the fusion of specialized reproductive cells from two parents, leading to genetic diversity in offspring. This method is prevalent in most animals, including humans. Developmental stages in life cycles encompass the growth and transformation of organisms from conception to adulthood. Embryonic development involves the formation and differentiation of cells into tissues and organs, shaping the future organism. Metamorphosis is another fascinating process seen in many species, where organisms undergo distinct physical changes as they progress through different life stages. Life cycles are not only essential for the survival of species, but also serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness and resilience of life in the natural world. Reproduction is a fundamental process in the life cycles of living organisms, ensuring the continuation of species and genetic diversity. There are two main types of reproduction: asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction involves the creation of offspring from a single parent without the need for specialized reproductive cells. This method is efficient and rapid, allowing for the quick expansion of populations. One interesting fact about asexual reproduction is that it results in genetically identical offspring, known as clones. This can be advantageous in stable environments where the offspring are well suited to the existing conditions. Some common forms of asexual reproduction include binary fission in bacteria, budding in yeast, and fragmentation in starfish. On the other hand, sexual reproduction is a more complex process that involves the fusion of specialized reproductive cells from two parents. This method introduces genetic variation in offspring, increasing the adaptability of populations to changing environments. An intriguing aspect of sexual reproduction is the diversity it generates, leading to unique combinations of traits in each individual. In many species, sexual reproduction is associated with elaborate courtship rituals and behaviors that ensure successful mating. The union of sperm and egg cells during fertilization initiates the development of a new organism with a unique genetic makeup. The offspring inherit traits from both parents, contributing to the genetic diversity of the population. Sexual reproduction is prevalent in most animals, including mammals, birds, reptiles, and insects. It is a dynamic and evolving process that drives the evolution of species over time. Both asexual and sexual reproduction have their advantages and disadvantages, depending on the environmental conditions and evolutionary pressures faced by organisms. Understanding the mechanisms and implications of these reproductive strategies is crucial for studying the diversity and resilience of life on Earth. Asexual reproduction is a fascinating process observed in various organisms, allowing for rapid population growth and genetic stability. One common form of asexual reproduction is binary fission, where a single-parent organism divides into two identical daughter cells. This method is prevalent in unicellular organisms like bacteria and protists, enabling them to multiply quickly in favorable conditions. Another intriguing form of asexual reproduction is budding, seen in organisms like yeast and hydra. In budding, a small outgrowth or bud develops on the parent organism and eventually detaches to form a new individual. This method allows for the production of genetically identical offspring without the need for mating. Fragmentation is yet another interesting mechanism of asexual reproduction, where a parent organism breaks into fragments, each of which can develop into a new individual. This process is common in organisms like starfish and flatworms, regenerating lost body parts and creating multiple offspring. Parthenogenesis is a unique form of asexual reproduction found in some insects, reptiles, and fish, where unfertilized eggs develop into offspring. This method enables females to reproduce without mating with males, ensuring the survival of the species in challenging environments. Asexual reproduction offers advantages such as rapid population growth, efficient resource utilization, and genetic uniformity. However, it also poses risks due to the lack of genetic diversity, making populations vulnerable to environmental changes and diseases. Studying the mechanisms and adaptations associated with asexual reproduction provides valuable insights into the resilience and evolutionary strategies of diverse organisms in the natural world. Sexual reproduction is a complex and fascinating process observed in a wide range of organisms, from plants to animals. Unlike asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction involves the fusion of specialized reproductive cells from two parents, resulting in genetic diversity in offspring. One interesting fact about sexual reproduction is the formation of gametes or sex cells through a process called meiosis. During meiosis, the number of chromosomes in the parent cells is halved, ensuring that when the sperm and egg cells unite during fertilization, the resulting zygote has the correct number of chromosomes. This genetic recombination during fertilization leads to offspring with unique combinations of traits, contributing to the diversity and adaptability of populations. In many species, sexual reproduction is associated with elaborate courtship rituals and behaviors that facilitate mate selection and successful mating. For example, male birds often display vibrant plumage and perform intricate mating dances to attract females. The union of sperm and egg cells during fertilization initiates the development of a new organism, starting with the formation of a zygote that undergoes cell division and differentiation to form tissues and organs. Sexual reproduction also allows for the repair of damaged DNA through genetic recombination, enhancing the genetic fitness of offspring. While sexual reproduction requires the investment of time and energy in finding and attracting mates, it offers the advantage of genetic variability, which increases the chances of survival in changing environments. Studying the mechanisms and evolutionary significance of sexual reproduction provides valuable insights into the diversity and resilience of life on Earth. Developmental stages in the life cycles of living organisms encompass a series of transformative processes that shape the growth and maturation of individuals. From the initial stages of embryonic development to the final stages of adulthood, organisms undergo remarkable changes that enable them to adapt to their environments and fulfill their ecological roles. One of the most critical stages in developmental biology is embryonic development, where a single fertilized egg cell, or zygote, undergoes a series of cell divisions and differentiations to form a multicellular embryo. During this process, cells become specialized and organized into tissues and organs, laying the foundation for the future organism's structure and function. Interestingly, many organisms exhibit unique embryonic development patterns, such as cleavage in early embryos and gastrulation, where germ layers are formed. These processes are highly regulated and orchestrated by genetic and environmental factors, ensuring the proper formation of complex body structures. Metamorphosis is another intriguing developmental stage observed in many species, particularly insects and amphibians. Metamorphosis involves distinct physical changes as organisms transition from one life stage to another, such as caterpillars transforming into butterflies or tadpoles evolving into frogs. This process allows organisms to exploit different ecological niches and resources at different life stages, enhancing their survival and reproductive success. Notably, metamorphosis is controlled by hormonal signals and environmental cues, triggering the activation of specific genes and developmental pathways. The completion of metamorphosis marks the transition to the adult stage, where organisms reach sexual maturity and engage in reproductive activities. Throughout the developmental stages, organisms experience growth, maturation, and specialization of tissues and organs, culminating in the emergence of fully functional individuals capable of reproduction and survival. Understanding the intricacies of developmental stages provides valuable insights into the evolutionary history and ecological adaptations of diverse organisms in the natural world, highlighting the remarkable diversity and resilience of life on Earth. Embryonic development is a crucial stage in the life cycle of organisms, marking the beginning of complex morphological and physiological changes that lead to the formation of a new individual. The process of embryonic development begins with fertilization, where a sperm cell fuses with an egg cell to form a zygote. The zygote undergoes rapid cell divisions through a process called cleavage, resulting in the formation of a multicellular embryo. During cleavage, the cells become smaller and more numerous, setting the stage for the next developmental steps. As the embryo continues to grow and develop, it undergoes a process known as gastrulation, where three primary germ layers, ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm, are established. These germ layers give rise to different tissues and organs in the developing organism, laying the foundation for its body plan. One fascinating aspect of embryonic development is the concept of developmental plasticity, where cells have the ability to differentiate into various cell types, depending on their location and signaling cues. This plasticity allows for the formation of diverse structures and functions in the developing embryo. As the embryo matures, organogenesis takes place, leading to the formation of specific organs and systems within the body. Each organ undergoes intricate processes of cell differentiation, migration, and tissue patterning to achieve its final form and function. The completion of embryonic development culminates in the formation of a fully developed organism, ready to embark on its journey through life. Studying embryonic development provides valuable insights into the genetic and environmental factors that shape the growth and differentiation of organisms, highlighting the remarkable complexity and precision of developmental processes in nature. Metamorphosis is a fascinating biological process observed in many species, particularly insects and amphibians, where individuals undergo distinct physical and physiological changes as they transition from one life stage to another. One of the most well-known examples of metamorphosis is the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. This process involves 4 stages: egg, larva, caterpillar, pupa, chrysalis, and adult butterfly. Each stage is characterized by unique morphological features and behaviors, reflecting the organism's adaptation to different ecological niches and lifestyles. During the larval stage, the caterpillar feeds voraciously to store energy for the upcoming metamorphosis. As it grows, the caterpillar molts its exoskeleton several times to accommodate its increasing size. Once the caterpillar reaches a critical size and developmental stage, it enters the pupal stage, where it undergoes a remarkable transformation inside the chrysalis. Within the chrysalis, the caterpillar's body undergoes extensive restructuring, breaking down its tissues and organs and reorganizing them into the adult butterfly's form. This process is controlled by hormonal signals and genetic programs that orchestrate the precise timing and sequence of events. Interestingly, the adult butterfly emerges from the chrysalis with wings, antennae, and other adult structures fully developed, ready to explore its environment and engage in reproductive activities. Metamorphosis is not limited to insects. It is also observed in amphibians like frogs and salamanders. These organisms undergo a similar process of transformation from aquatic larvae to terrestrial adults, adapting to different habitats and lifestyles. Metamorphosis is a remarkable example of developmental plasticity and evolutionary adaptation, allowing organisms to exploit diverse ecological niches and resources at different life stages. Studying metamorphosis provides valuable insights into the genetic and environmental factors that shape the complex life cycles of organisms in the natural world. Life cycles, reproduction, and development of living organisms are intricate processes that showcase the diversity and resilience of life on Earth. Asexual reproduction, such as binary fission and budding, allows for rapid population growth and genetic uniformity in organisms like bacteria and yeast. On the other hand, sexual reproduction introduces genetic diversity through the fusion of specialized sex cells, enhancing the adaptability of populations to changing environments. The developmental stages, including embryonic development and metamorphosis, shape the growth and maturation of organisms from conception to adulthood. Embryonic development involves the formation of germ layers and organogenesis, leading to the establishment of tissues and organs in the developing organism. Metamorphosis, observed in insects and amphibians, showcases remarkable transformations from larval to adult stages, enabling organisms to exploit different ecological niches and lifestyles. These processes are controlled by intricate genetic and environmental factors that ensure the precise timing and coordination of events. Studying life cycles and developmental processes provides valuable insights into the evolutionary strategies and adaptations of organisms in response to their environments. By understanding the mechanisms of reproduction and development, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and beauty of the natural world, highlighting the interconnectedness of all living organisms and the importance of biodiversity for ecosystem health and sustainability.